Are way too white. Oh, shit. Of course he would go live.
All right, well, welcome everybody to this Saturday Night Delight. It's in this very ring right here on HUD Radio.
Thanks, Ralph.
That was amazing. We got to give a big thank you to Ralph Delavecchio for chilling in the background, catching that beautiful moment.
Thanks for the clip.
If you missed it, make sure to check out Apple Podcasts, Spotify speakers, and all your other podcast needs tomorrow for Butter's favorite line of the year. I am your host, Ritz. As always, I got Butters down here hanging out with me, and tonight we have the one and only from the Fix, Mr. Ryan Brodo himself. Ryan, what's going on?
I don't even know anymore, Andy. I don't even know anymore.
Damn it, Ralph.
We are brought to you by our doc, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. Check him out on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. He's got 3 locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, and Princeton, New Jersey. Ambuck Services, they are the gutter and deck restoration experts of South Jersey. Give them a call at 856-879-5530. My God, what a week in professional wrestling, gentlemen. What a week. We've got a lot to talk about tonight here on In This Very Ring, the premier wrestling show at A2D Radio. The Godfather himself, Tom Arnone, chiming in saying, "What's up, boys?" and laughing at Butters, along with Jake Friel from On the Road to Victory. God, Butters, you are like we weren't. That's a new record. That's an unbeatable record. Like, we want to talk about numbers at the Royal Rumble and everything like that. But tonight we had a record that will never ever be broken. You had a millisecond live on the show, and you destroyed yourself. That was suicide. Oh, God. Oh, all right. So, because so much has happened this week in the world of professional wrestling, nothing tops it, though, from last night. At the end of SmackDown, Paul Heyman showed up, aligning himself with the big dog Roman Reigns. It wasn't a prediction. It was a spoiler. And that brings us our QB54 poll question of the week. Check them out at playqb54.com. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman siding with Roman Reigns is the swerve of the last few years. Agree, disagree? Ryan, as our guest, I'm going to start off with you.
Well, I'll answer the question with a question to you first. Define the last few years, because there's one in the I think that is probably towards the top of our list, but I don't know if it qualifies. And the one I'm thinking about is obviously the swerve with Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, going all the way back to Survivor Series. But is that kind of in this bubble? Are we talking here? Or are you talking about more recent events?
I think I would say more recent events. I'd say probably in the last 2 or 3 years. But I consider the Goldberg Brock Lesnar thing more of an upset, not necessarily a swerve.
Gotcha.
When I think of swerves, I think of non-wrestling related moments as far as like segments. A Chrome from Birds of a Feather and Lazy Booking chiming in. Cool to actually see it happen, though. Tells me we probably don't get Brock until there's crowds.
Yeah.
Tom chiming back in. I disagree to the poll. Have a great show, boys. 6 a.m. comes quick for this guy. Well, that's what happens when you're old. And Chrome says, I don't know what happened to my first comment. Let me try again. Please see my previous comment.
So
I told you I was coming in hot. I had a hellacious day, but we got the new microphone. Half the setup's coming along. I was coming in on fire.
I'll say disagree just because of this. And I know we were kind of talking about it. What was it, last night, Andy?
Yeah.
This is something I've been kind of begging for the last handful of years. It became a running joke on Thursday nights that, I would just kind of try and attach any wrestler to Paul Heyman and just say, okay, job done. But this is something that I've actually really wanted to happen for the last handful of years. And people always used to think like I would say that because I think Roman Reigns needs a manager or Roman Reigns can't speak. No, it's not because of that, but you're taking a very good top echelon character, in Roman Reigns. You're turning him heel because it's very rare to see a babyface with Paul Heyman, except for very, very small stints in Brock Lesnar's career. But other than that, it's mostly Paul Heyman is along with a heel. And two, just the amount of, I would say, TV time that they would share together. And just because I think it just works. It worked when Paul Heyman was on the opposite side in all the feuds when he was with Brock Lesnar going up against Roman Reigns, and how it just seemed like there was an inner working chemistry there. But I really wouldn't say this was the biggest swerve because I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for them to finally do it. And like I told you last night, I don't think it could have happened at a better time, given kind of just the lackluster product all throughout, not only SmackDown, but all throughout the product. And I could say that for both companies, to be honest. So I think it's fresh. I think it's new. And I don't know what's better, him being combined with Paul Heyman or Roman Reigns' new teeth. I mean, either way, it's absolutely perfect.
Butters.
I kind of agree. I mean, it is one of the biggest swerves in the last, I don't know, while. I mean, it blew my mind just seeing it. You're just kind of sitting there watching it. And yes, I couldn't keep my eye off those teeth because, dear God, they were so obvious. But still, no, just seeing Roman align with Paul Heyman, you're like, oh, this is what they should have done with John Cena many years ago.
Oh, I disagree with that.
What do you mean? I'm not talking about lining, Cena with Paul Heyman. I'm talking I'm talking, the whole heel turn. This is something that, maybe now they're going to test the waters and be like, let's see what we can do here. Is, see what might have been. Now we can do what can be. Not just we're not going to do it because it might, screw up our sales. No. I think everybody's on board with his heel turn. But I do agree with the poll.
So, all right, so Jake chiming in. I guess I'll ask the question, being a casual wrestling fan. What's the significance of Heyman aligning with Roman? Well, all right, so before I get into mine, I'll answer that. Paul Heyman is the mouthpiece of the stars, I guess you could say. Right? Anything Paul Heyman has touched, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Cesaro, it was all gold. And
except for Curtis Axel.
Notice how I didn't mention him?
I know. I saw you gloss over it very quickly.
No, Paul Heyman, it's gold. It's money. Paul Heyman's the ability for Paul Heyman to carry a program between two superstars, put them both over, but bury his client's opponent in the same sentence is fantastic. Right? It's unmatched. And so putting him with someone like Roman, where Roman's promos, they're okay. They're hit or miss. When he's put up against somebody who actually knows how to talk, they suck. It's a promo, kid. You should try it sometime. I rest my case. Chrome chiming in, disagree to the poll. We talked about it on Lazy Booking a number of times with him turning heel and putting Heyman with him. Didn't surprise me, but it was cool to see. And then Raymond Rivera, hey, y'all, what's up? What's going on, Raymond? Glad to have you here, buddy.
What's up? What's up?
So, all right. I don't think it was a swerve. But it was by far the most shocking moment of the last few years. Oh, it's Pete Evans, the original FWO member. He says, look, it's the Eat Everything and Leave crew, LOL, FWO. You should talk. Joey DiMartino, I think Roman's going to be more of an anti-hero. I think, Joey, I got to disagree. I think this is a true heel turn for Roman.
Yep. True heel turn. And I'm happy to see it.
But this also gives Roman the ability to just shut up and wrestle and let Paul do the talking for him, especially if he's going to go into a program against The Fiend, if he's going to go against a program against Braun Strowman. Whatever this looks like on the other side, both of those guys can talk. I think when Braun's given the ability to do a vignette, not an in-ring promo, he does better.
Yeah, he's got time to rehearse.
Exactly. Chromating, it's not a swerve unless he turns on Brock to align with Roman, like he did way back when Big Show at Survivor Series 02. They already told us he was a heel pretty much at SummerSlam, so no real swerve. Again, I completely agree, right? I think it was just shocking. And Raymond says SummerSlam was actually better than I thought, but the outcome to Randy versus McIntyre match was weird to me. We'll get to that, I promise.
Here's it's kind of a two-part question, but I just want to clarify. So before Roman went away, because I've seen people talk about this briefly on Twitter, and I couldn't really find a significant answer. Before he went away, did he have any long-term contact with The Fiend? Like, they never got into that feud, correct? Because that's when it got changed when Goldberg obviously beat The Fiend. So they never started that, correct?
They laid the foundation, but it never really got going. Okay. Like, you knew The Fiend was going for Roman.
But it never actually happened, correct?
No, this doesn't fall into the category of The Fiend changes everything he touches.
Okay, that's good. So that's what I thought. So here's my question then. When and we were all expecting this, when he does go into the feud with The Fiend, which we all believe and it seems like is next, what's the change going to be exactly? Because if he's already, and this is why I would argue, because it's literally happening with everyone, where it's not like a coincidence. It's a part of the character now. It's a part of anybody that The Fiend touches, that they change in a significant way. So much to where freaking Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss both got new hairstyles, where it's affecting people's hair. Maybe the Roman Reigns teeth thing was The Fiend's idea. I don't know. But
I was about to say, maybe his teeth go back to normal.
Oh, yeah, that's the change. That's the big change.
Did Glenn Jacobs do the work?
Oh, Jesus.
Frank Bessie, hey, yo, that's a nice looking setup, Andy. Thank you. More to come. More to come.
So my question is, if he's already a full-fledged heel, what's the change? And that's why I argue maybe he's not already a heel. Maybe he's kind of that anti-hero, maybe a tweener type thing. And then down the line in this feud, maybe that causes him to go full-fledged heel and maybe, use some cheap tactics to win or something. I don't know.
So I see where you're going with that, and it kind of relates back to Joey's comment, right, about Roman being an anti-hero. I think we're on the road to him turning heel. Mm-mm. The change with The Fiend could be getting rid of Paul. Bring Paul in to lay the groundwork, make it huge, make it, exciting and extravagant. Give it that big fight feel that Heyman's so good at doing. And then he goes into the program with The Fiend. They come out at the other side, and hell, maybe the change isn't to Roman. Maybe the change is to Heyman.
Well, that's what I was going to see. We're on the same wavelength because I was going to, and Chrome knows this because I always used to say this on Lazy Booking. I was going to do the old, what if the change isn't in Roman's mindset? The change is Paul Heyman, and that's what causes him to turn on Brock Lesnar.
Sorry. Feet's comment. Strowman with the all green looked like a teenage Jolly Green Giant.
He did.
Oh, I had another one for Pete. I wasn't going to be mean to him, though. I couldn't do that again to him twice. Yeah, and Chrome saying that it's a true heel turn, him throwing his weight around and making contract demands before signing the contract for the match. That's true heel type stuff. I think that's just that's listening to Paul, right? Paul's the true heel in this, and Roman has hired Paul Heyman to be his advocate. So as a good advocate, Paul is making sure that his client.
Of course you would.
Of course, I'm the only one that can get away with that because I am. But no, it's literally just a simple road. It's that first mile down the road. I think this is a long-term thing. I think he ends up pinning Braun right, on Sunday. And obviously we'll get into our more detailed predictions a little bit later in the show. But I don't think The Fiend takes the pinfall here. And it's going to focus on Roman Braun. And then Roman Fiend. Because I think the Fiend goes off to do something else. I think we see more Fiend Alexa.
I was going to say, it's hard to say who really takes the pinfall in this match because you can't really, I almost couldn't say you can't really afford Strowman to take another pinfall. You really can't see the Fiend taking that pinfall because, it just goes back to the whole Goldberg Fiend issue. And then Roman coming back and taking the pin, where does it... It's kind of hard to see who truly takes that hit.
All right, here's a hot take that I don't think... if they go this route, it'll be the dumbest thing in the world. Roman loses on Sunday.
Like he gets pinned?
He gets pinned.
Oh, no, there's no way. No.
It wouldn't surprise me if they pin him because, like I said, I've been questioning. It's who truly does take that pinfall? Strowman can't afford it. He's kind of, in my opinion, a little hot right now with the whole way he's going. The Fiend, if the Fiend takes that pinfall, that goes back to the whole Goldberg bullshit. And then, but to Andy's point, it's almost like Roman kind of has to be the one to take that.
Because I think so. Chrome saying he read that Vince dropped Alexa from the program. I don't know. After the segment last night with her and Nikki, I doubt it. But the Roman factor kind of throws a wrench in that whole original cog of what I thought that this storyline was going to play out to. But I could see Roman. All right, rephrase that. Roman's not involved in the pin. Roman gets screwed. Goes for the chase.
Well, most triple threat matches, and correct me if I'm wrong, but ain't most triple threat matches for a title no DQ, correct?
Well, yeah, triple threat, it's no disqualification anyway. But this is a no holds barred triple threat, which, by the way, is really dumb.
Yeah, because it's literally the same thing.
Mm-hmm. It's redundancy. Yay, redundancy.
So they have no out other than to pin somebody.
Yes.
God, they put themselves in a freaking hole on this one.
See, and Andy, to your point from earlier, we'll get into more detailed, elaborate predictions later, but I'll just say, while we're on this topic, to me, the fact that they added the no holds barred thing kind of confirms to me that it's going to be a similar type finish as last Sunday, to where I'm not saying they're going to do the same thing where they reveal the friggin' wooden boards on the ring, but it's something like that to where it's a brutal type finisher, maybe through a table, maybe on the concrete, something crazy like that.
So you're saying a la Hell in a Cell Seth Rollins Fiend?
God.
Not with a damn sledgehammer, but yeah,
No. Let's get it right. Let's get it right before I read Chrome's comment. It's a sledgehammer, a toolbox, 14 curb stomps, and a partridge in a pear tree.
And the friggin' red light of hell.
Don't you have a red light in your room, though?
No, it's a TV. I get it off the TV.
Whatever. Chrome saying, no way Roman will take the pinfall. I can see Fiend pinning Braun or the match ending with Retribution interrupting and fucking up Fiend and Strowman. Heyman pulls Roman out of there, leaves them to fight for themselves, which would be the exact opposite of Roman's character before. Okay. No, I like that.
It is called Payback. So Retribution getting Payback on the SmackDown roster for,
whatever it is.
I would actually like to see that. I would like to see, and maybe that explains when they split off into separate things they're doing. Maybe we see a Fiend versus Roman feud, and then could you see something where it's literally Strowman trying to take on all of Retribution?
But that would make Roman more of a baby face.
Well, from what I've read, if the rumors are true from what I read, Roman's the heel, Braun's the heel, the Fiend is the babyface.
Correct.
That's how exactly
they want
it.
It's playing out.
It's how they want it. And I have a hard time with. I get Bray Wyatt. Yes, I get it. Babyface all the way. The Fiend.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, let's dive into another world for a moment. Let me put it in perspective for you. Okay, it's Harley. It's a little more fucked up, twisted Harley, but it's like the new Harley Quinn series they have on DC.
I mean, you put it that way, yeah, I can get that. I can get behind that.
Right? So look at it that way, where it's somebody who's twisted and fucked up in the head, but is still going out there and doing the quote-unquote right thing.
Yeah. And to the point I heard a while ago with the whole Alexa thing, I could see her costing the Fiend because the way, Nikki said the Fiend's name. I mean, Alexa was just like, it's like she
went into some kind of Bubba Ray trance.
Yeah, it's like she's crushing on him, or she's, she's got a thing. So maybe, this thing, she could go out there and end up somehow costing the Fiend with her obsession with the Fiend.
Oh God, it's Beauty and the Beast.
See, I don't know. I haven't heard or read anything, but my vibe from seeing Alexa's whole thing last night was. It seemed like they're using this to not get out of the whole, combination between her and Nikki Cross, but I think they're just
again to your point though of the Fiend changing people. Mm-hmm. She was the babyface. Now she's smashing Nikki's cup. She's, maybe now she's starting to turn heel again.
Yeah, I think her new character is not necessarily going to be, because I see what you're saying, Andy, that like. It seemed like she went into a trance, when she heard the Fiend thing. I don't know if it's just going to be based off of that. I think it's her new character. She just has two separate personalities. She has a split personality. Are
we going to get a Festus type Alexa Bliss situation here when she hears the Fiend's name?
You know what's hysterical? You know what's really hysterical?
Well, I'm never looking at her the same way again.
The guy that looks like a midget Festus is the one that brings up Festus.
So, I mean, you're the one that's bald. You're the one that looks close to this
shit, country boy.
Hey, boy, you're the one that looks closer to fucking Festus than I do. Damn it!
Rest my case.
Yeehaw! Woohoo!
Anyway, more on this later tonight. Okay. Oh, please don't spit that out. We don't need another clip. So. Raymond saying, I can see Bliss winning the SmackDown Women's title in the future. And that's very possible. That's very, very possible, Raymond.
Anything's better than what they have right now.
No, I think Naomi
does dark shit to wrongdoers from Chrome.
Well, it's like this. I mean, and clearly they're all separate characters, but, I'll go cross promotion. Going all the way back to where TNA was, or I'm sorry, Impact Wrestling. When that was watchable, Abyss.
When was that?
In the beginning.
Yeah, when I was like 10 years old. So 2 days ago.
Last week.
Yeah, 2 days ago. That's right. I got you. I beat you.
Damn it!
Because I knew it was coming.
Got you. Ooh.
Like you would never expect that character to be a babyface, but he was. He was actually a babyface longer than he was a heel.
Correct.
I can even go all the way to the top with The Undertaker. You would never think, The Undertaker, he's a friggin' dead guy. He can't be a babyface. Well, no, he's actually a better babyface than a heel. Like the better version of the heel Undertaker was actually when he was the biker. When except for the Ministry. The Ministry was good.
But even the Ministry was super over.
Yes, true.
Malakovic chiming in. The Butter Show, let's go. This coming from a guy who hasn't changed his profile picture since 2015.
And it's not even him. It's literally his face on Pat Burrell's body.
Aye. And Ross is saying Roman Reigns will be a 2-time Universal Champion. Raymond saying the golden role models are falling apart before our eyes. They've only been falling apart for the last 2 years.
I'm pretty sure it's like 4, actually.
Details.
They've been falling apart since NXT. What are you talking about?
Let's jump in our Wayback Machine and let's go back to Sunday night. Sunday night, live from the WWE Thunderdome, was SummerSlam. I almost said Payback. God bless America.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Who started off the show saying that they were way too white?
I said my arms were way too white.
Doesn't matter.
Get it right.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I shouldn't shine this damn much, okay?
Nope. We're not even going there.
I was gonna make a butter comment, but I'm not doing it.
Nope. No.
And if you gotta know, yes, I slathered myself in butter before I started the show today. Woo! Not really.
So just to let everybody know, this is what happens when butter doesn't sleep.
Butter is quickly turning into margarine.
Was WWE actually putting titles on Breeze and Fandango? That's coming from Mr. Crow.
Poor Imperium.
I loved it, though. I loved it. But anyway, SummerSlam was live from the WWE Thunderdome. We started off with Bayley retaining her SmackDown Women's title against Asuka.
Boo. Hiss.
Gee, I wonder how we felt about that, Ryan.
I was over Chrome's that night, and I was throwing things all over the yard.
Hold on, Greg. Greg, you haven't ever looked like that in your entire life.
Greg, I worry about you on normal days. Today might have increased that a little bit.
Anyway, so you were throwing lawn furniture.
Yes, at Ralph. Yes.
What kind of lawn furniture?
The ones that are easily throwable.
Okay.
So folding chairs, tables, ladders.
Oh my.
Yes. Oh my. Yes. Correct.
So Butters, how did you feel about Bayley defeating Asuka?
Piss off.
Gee, tell me why.
I really wanted. The little kid inside of me really wanted the Asuka 2 belt thing, only because I'm tired of seeing Bayley with both fucking belts. I love Bayley to death, don't get me wrong. But this whole Bayley bullshit, I got the belt, needs to go away. Give the belt to Naomi, give it to Lacey. Hell, for all I fucking care, you can give it to the 13-year-old in the 4th fucking row for all I care.
They have
somebody else.
They
do
have
what?
No fans. What 13-year-old in what 4th row?
The one on the screen. We could make it a, screen versus screen match. I don't care. Give me a different champion than Bayley. Sorry. It's done. It's over.
I don't like the fact that it was done. First of all, it was a roll up. The first of 2 bullshit endings that we'll see. And second off, I don't like the fact that Sasha plays a part, but plays a part in her benefit, Bayley's benefit, whereas Bayley doesn't play the part. I get it, right? I get it that what they're building towards, and it's going to be Sasha as the babyface and Bayley as the heel.
Yeah, it's going to be, I helped you, why couldn't you help me?
Exactly. I don't like starting off that way, I guess. When you have other shit on the card that could have gone ahead of this.
Andy, can I just ask a simple question?
There is no simple question with you, but go ahead.
How long have we been friggin' saying this?
Let me check my calendar.
Yeah, check the
I'd say about every week for the past 6 years.
60 weeks, 4 days, 3 hours, and 2 minutes.
Yes, that sounds perfect. That sounds perfect. It's all that time surrounded by nonsense. We've been saying, oh, well, we know where it's going. It's going to be built to this person turning on this person because you weren't here for me then. We've been saying this for 4 years, and they still haven't done it. They've done everything on the freaking planet besides the obvious. So why should I or us as viewers, why should we care about, oh, well, I got to pay attention because this could be the turning point? No. Freaking 2 years ago, Sasha or Bayley, I forget which one it was because it happened so many times, you just lose track. They literally pushed the other off the side. Oh, no, I'm sorry, off the top of one of the pods in the Elimination Chamber. You know what happened next week? We'll let bygones be bygones. It was a misunderstanding. No!
I think WWE. Go ahead.
No, hold on. But the same could have been said for when Shawn Michaels super kicks Triple H in the beginning of that world title match at Survivor Series.
Andy, Are you really comparing this filth to Shawn Michaels and Triple H?
No, but I know what kind of mood you're in because the Flyers can't deliver 3 solid periods of hockey play. So
I'll tell you what. That comment out of you was somehow worse than the Flyers' performance tonight.
You lie.
See, here's the thing. They had a better explanation for the Shawn Michaels Triple H thing the next night on Raw than they do for the whole Sasha Bailey bullshit.
Andy, if you continue down this road, I might have to lose my smile. Okay.
See, I feel like WWE.
How would we know?
I feel like WWE's been doing this for so long because we, the fans, expect that turn. You know, we're wanting that turn, so they're like, "No, we're not going to give it to them. We're not going to give it to them. We're just going to wait."
But even on Friday night, they told you it was going to happen because Sasha says on Sunday, "I will have my payback." Right? Go back and listen to the promo with her and Bailey in the ring and the fucked up tag team of Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax.
Like, why do we want it? Why? Why is that a thing?
So Team Botchfest is a thing. Yes, I know.
That's a name. That's a name.
I was gonna name it Team Ralph, actually. Because I think that's both of his girls. I don't think he likes
Shayna.
Oh, there you go. What about Shayna, Ralph?
Shayna Baszler.
He's Googling at the moment.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Ralph wants to be in between that sandwich. All right.
All right, so Team Botchfest versus Team Golden Role Models. Google, bro. You're in front of a computer.
You have 4 monitors right in front of your face.
They're probably all full of video games.
You know what? You're probably not wrong either.
That's probably accurate.
But no, she says something along the lines of, it ends with on Sunday, I will have my payback.
So she's either A, going to walk off the match and cost Bailey the titles, the tag titles.
That's not satisfying enough. She's going to do it physically.
That was going to be my second point. She's going to just say, fuck it in this.
Because Shayna hasn't wrestled in 4 months.
And Nia Jax is on the team, so, we'll call it Botchfest.
Plus, it was funny. Let me have my moment.
We could call it Chrome's favorite new tag team in the world.
No. He's a big Sasha Banks fan.
Oh no. He'll be a big Nia Jax fan after it's all said and done.
Realistically, all 4 women in this match on Sunday, Chrome is a huge fan of. Like, I thought about for Christmas getting him each one of their T-shirts.
Oh, that's thoughtful.
That's very tough. Hey.
Yeah, see, and I don't even celebrate Christmas anymore.
Yeah, because you get 7 days of it.
8 days, but you were never good at math, so.
Hey, I don't know the full thing. I just at least I was only 1 number short. Come on,
yeah,
give me
he was rounding. Andy, just round up for him. He was rounding up. He was doing the Price is Right rules. He was doing the number -1. He didn't want to be over.
You must have never watched The Price is Right.
I absolutely have.
Okay. Anyway, Street Profits.
I love Jim Carrey.
My grandmother just rolled over in her grave. Thanks, pal.
Sorry, Gran.
Sorry, Gam.
Chrome says, I have no issue with this team. Only so many single spots. Gives them a spot on the card, and I actually think Shayna and Nia may win. They will win. They 100% will win. He's a big Shayna fan, actually.
I like this team.
I'm putting that comment in my back pocket. I'm going to hold on to that one.
I am a fan of this team, and I do hope they win. It's one of those random teams. It's like, oh, great, they put a random team together, but this is one of those random teams you kind of want to see actually do something.
But it comes out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
Not really, because if you listen and think about it, it comes out of their hatred for both Sasha and Bailey.
I still don't think that's enough to hold everybody together. But either way.
Who says they got to hold the titles for long? Eventually going to implode on each other. Kind of like, it's basically the female version of Kane and the Big Show in my opinion.
Now I'm intrigued. Who's who?
I'm staying out of this.
I'd say. I mean, I'd say okay. I'd say Shayna being Kane and Nia being the Big Show.
Okay, so the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. The Street Profits retaining their tag team championships in a 7-minute 50-second match. I mean, nothing to take from here. I hope we move on from the whole Andrade and Angel Garza versus the Street Profits thing.
I was say, I don't know why the match even. Like, why are we pushing these two versus the Street Profits? I mean, we could have gotten another Viking Raiders versus Street Profits. I mean, I'd have been happier with that.
That ended with a blow-up alligator in a dumpster. And
I'd have been happier with that.
And Ivar has turkey leg Jedi powers. These are words I never thought I would put together in the same sentence.
Hey, you wouldn't want Jedi turkey leg powers?
No.
Why? Because you could summon turkey legs to your might when you feel hungry?
But turkey legs put you to sleep. What kind of fat man are you?
The fat man that likes food regardless of what it is. It's a fucking turkey leg. It is food, damn it.
You're the kind of guy that camps out at the Renaissance Festival, aren't you?
No, I've only ever been to the Renaissance Festival once.
Well, that backfired on me. Kind of like everything else has tonight.
As long as you eat beans, there is something else that won't be backfiring.
That's way too much information for me to care about. God, this show has gone off the rails quick. Ryan, I blame you.
That's fine.
But no, I mean, this was a solid match. Nothing to take away. All four are great competitors. I'm a huge Montez Ford fan. You know, I know Pete is. I know Chrome is. We've talked about it on Lazy Booking a lot. He's going to be that breakout star for sure. What did you think of Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville?
It was a good match. I mean, I figured Mandy was going to win it. Don't get me wrong. We knew what's going on, everything that's happening. We understand why they changed the match stipulation to loser leaves instead of, hair versus hair. We get it. But overall, it was a good match with a funky ending with the caterpillar. Made me laugh my ass off.
That was awkward.
Yeah, that just ruined everything.
No, come on. Hey, at least you tried. I mean, you should have seen Otis's face. Come on now.
Well, because Otis was thinking of other things other than her doing the caterpillar.
Oh yeah, because he's seen how she bends the right way. Come on now.
I can't believe you went there. I can't believe you said that. But no, I mean, Montez needs to do something with those legs. They look like pencils.
Oh yeah, Pete was saying that on Sunday.
I mean, if you didn't skip leg day,
WWE, Greg.
Well, no, she's leaving for now. But Greg, you're never mind. Nope, I'm not going there either. No. I'm gonna be nice.
Oh, please say it, please.
Well, I was just saying he would know before any of us because he's got that notification turned on anytime someone posts a picture to Instagram.
Nice.
But anyway,
Greg's like, wait, she has an Instagram? Oh my god!
But no, I mean, realistically, right? Oh, we lost Ryan. I think Ryan just killed himself. Like, what did you do?
I don't know. I hit the mic and it went away.
Oh. How do you go through a show and like continuously destroy your equipment?
I don't know.
It's about like me going through the show and continuously destroying myself.
Good point. But I have a huge problem with the ending of this show. I mean, this match. I thought that Sonya didn't sell enough of the ending. She got out of the ring too quick. It was awkward with her on the side. It was kind of awkward with Mandy and Otis having that thing in the ring. Like they should have played it off and gotten out of the ring and let Sonya kind of have her mental breakdown in the ring instead of on the side. It dragged out for too long. It didn't look good.
Yeah.
Raymond saying Damian Priest winning the North American title was the shocker of the week. Yeah, because the guy's bland.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say to that.
About like Curtis Axel winning a title.
I mean, he won the Intercontinental title, so.
Yeah, only because his daddy won it once.
Brian Butters, anything to chime in on Mandy and Sonya before we move on?
No, sir.
No, I got my fill.
Arguably the match of the night, Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio in a street fight. What do we think of Dominic's first showing here at SummerSlam?
I loved it. Not gonna lie, I can't knock the kid. I loved it.
I'll say something that's probably not so popular. I'm not gonna knock the kid. It's not his fault. I just wasn't a big fan of the match because I think it really dragged in big portions of the match. It seemed like it took 1 or 2 minutes to really, you know what I'm saying? Like portions of it, especially the end. Like we knew where it was going. There were just times where if they would have put
too
off
long to get there.
Yeah, it just became extremely repetitive.
I mean, you got to give the kid a little bit of a break. He is still fresh, but
like I said, it's not the kid's fault. I think it was just the way the match was laid out. It has nothing to do with what spots were done or anything like that. It was just the story of the match. I just didn't like it. I felt like if they were going to go and they were going to drag it on like that, the only way it would have been okay with me was what is this? Oh my God.
Damian Priest is a non-seasoned potato salad at a barbecue. Ain't nobody eating that.
That's fair.
It's so funny that he brings that line up. Somebody shared earlier today about I'm going to butcher his last name, but Chadwick, the Black Panther actor.
Chadwick Boseman?
Boseman, yes, thank you. And it was when he plays T'Challa on Saturday Night Live during a Jeopardy segment, and they're talking about how a Karen brings potato salad to the barbecue, and it's the funniest thing in the world, right? So I'll have to send it to you guys, but it just a shout out, since it reminded me of that. You know, we are all Marvel fans here, and you know, Chadwick Boseman did pass away last night at the age of 43 to colon cancer, and so our thoughts and prayers will go out to him and his family at this time, and all Marvel fans, Black Panther fans across the universe. But no, back to lighter news, right? I thought the bit with Angie, Ray's wife, was weird and very long, drawn out.
Yeah.
Having her stand and visibly stand, like you could see her from the camera angles, and just watch everything play out and not do anything and not, you know, not get involved in any way, shape, or form, especially when your husband is handcuffed to ring ropes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I was going to say, hasn't she been involved before with the whole custody thing? I mean, come on now. Like, you've been involved once with your son's activities, and I get involved again. Be a mom. Shit.
You know,
go down to that ring, slap Seth upside his damn head, and help your son out a little bit. Help your husband out.
And the way they handcuffed Ray, like that looked dumb to me too. It looked like he was putting too much strain on Ray.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just too many moments where it was the right moves, just at the wrong times. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I didn't.
Dominic did fantastic, though.
Yeah, like I said, like people were saying, you know, like remember Dominic just got thrown in the fire. He put on a better show than McAfee. You know, again, it has nothing to do with the kid. I just didn't like I didn't like the story of the match. I just didn't.
Well, also, you know, like you said, you know, he's done so good. Look at who's been training him. Look at the training he's been getting. I mean,
the pedigree that he has.
Exactly. You can't get no better training than, you know, what he's getting now.
You know, but not even that, right? While I thought McAfee did a fantastic job, and I thought he put on a better show, I thought Dominic was better technically. Chrome hits the nail on the head here, because I was gonna say it, but then I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna bring it up. Angie has not aged well at all. Right? I mean, at all. I didn't even realize that was his wife. I thought that was his mother.
I thought that was a new wife, honestly.
You know, that was weird to me, but either way, right? Yeah, Well, no. I don't think it's Ray versus Seth.
No.
Ray and Dominic versus Seth and Murphy on Monday.
No, this Sunday at Payback is the tag team of Ray and Dominic versus Seth and Buddy.
You are right.
But they also announced on Monday night the possible end of the feud of Ray versus Seth.
Which is
so we're getting a back-to-back match of.
I don't need 3 matches in a week of this storyline.
Well, you're getting it.
Not to change the subject. So I just searched for like a picture of Angie, like, you know, when she was on screen years ago. You know, the first thing that comes up, a friggin' article. Did Rey Mysterio have an affair with Jennifer Aniston? What?
Oh yeah, no, that was a thing.
What?
Back in the WCW days, and Eric Bischoff actually talks about it on his podcast, 83 Weeks. He talks about how, I don't remember if it was People Magazine or USA Today or Us Weekly or one of those type of magazines ran an article saying that Rey Mysterio was in an affair with Jennifer Aniston. And he goes into more detail on it. I actually think the clip of it's on YouTube if you want to go look for it when the show's over. But yeah, that's a real article that was published.
I mean, if you're going to have an affair with anyone, why not her?
Yes.
What a combination. Okay, after the show, I'm doing research. This is I'm going to get down to the bottom of this. I'm launching a full-fledged investigation after this.
Inspector Brodo.
Yeah, I mean, I have to.
So Asuka comes back out for Asuka Sasha Banks, and this is where Sasha Banks loses her title to Asuka. Setting the stage for what we saw on Friday and what we're going to see tomorrow night on Payback.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, where the finish was a backslide.
So remember when I said earlier that I was throwing lawn furniture because of an earlier match?
You were throwing people during this match?
I was listen, we were in a neighborhood. I feel like I woke up the entire neighborhood. Okay. It was a great match. It was really entertaining. I think we all expected Orton to win, but we weren't going to be upset if Drew McIntyre won.
We're upset he won with a backslide.
Exactly. The fact that
the shitty pinfall.
And here's the reason why it's even more idiotic. So, okay, if Drew McIntyre was the smaller man and he didn't tower over Randy Orton like he does and like he towers over a lot of people because he's a gigantic human being, okay, whatever. Maybe it would have been cheap. Even if Randy Orton won with like a cheap backslide, okay, whatever. Because it's the heel getting a cheap finish, whatever. The bigger guy hits a backslide on the smaller individual.
Claymore.
Yep, true. There was no RKO. There was no RKO.
Thrown. Not an RKO. And they wrestled for 20 minutes.
Yep.
No RKO, no Claymore, shitty backslide. I mean, what are we going to see in the next title match that's potentially going to happen at Clash of Champions?
Well, you know what's funny? Everyone that night we were saying, oh, well, maybe they have something big planned for the next one. Maybe they just had to figure out how to get to a big finish. Agreed. No, you know what WWE's follow-up to a backslide is? Not only are we not going to give you a great payoff in the next pay-per-view, we're not going to even put the champion on the show.
No, he's going to get punted to Kingdom Come 3 times. One time he missed. He cleanly missed.
So when Drew does lose, what is he going to lose to a small package now?
Oh, good hell.
Don't you put that voodoo on us.
No, you know what? It won't be a roll-up. It'll be the finger poke of doom.
Go to hell.
You know what's sad is I can see it coming. There. I mean, I could see it.
Well, what'd you say, Andy?
I said this isn't Monday.
Oh. I thought you said a different day for a second.
No.
Would you like to?
No, I'm gonna stick with Monday.
Okay, that's fine. I like that too.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Thursday or something.
I'm sorry, I had a tickle in my throat.
Joey, I'm not reading it, Joey.
No, sorry, sir.
I'm not even making a comment on it either. We're just gonna keep on going because this is still kind of a kid show.
Oh, is it now?
Well, it's a family network.
Oh, it really is it now?
Well, we have to make sure we read comments properly.
Or just read comments.
That's true. Speaking of, Raymond saying adding Keith Lee into the storyline is better. Is it though? Is it though?
Raymond, I love you, but no, I disagree. I'm going to disagree.
Who? The person that came out with generic jobber number 372 music?
And some stupid costume? Yeah.
I mean, I heard why the music changed. I get it. But
I mean,
still
I'm
dumb.
Now, I'm all for giving Keith Lee the opportunity to make this right. Because he said on Twitter, shut up, I'll make it right. So I'm all for it. But make it right fast.
The music's not his fault, though. From what I understood, his music was from a different music company that WWE no longer is with. Now they're with a new one. They don't want to pay the extra money for them to keep it for the call-up. So now they have to...
Limitless.
I get that, and it was great.
Bask in his glory.
Can't they just, remix it? Or
no!
Do something?
It's a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
His name is Keith Lee.
Yep.
Oh, baby.
But for 20 minutes and 35 seconds to end on a backslide is complete and utter bullshit. It's one of the dumbest things I've seen, short of Jeff Jarrett laying down in the ring for Hulk Hogan.
I would have rather
Goldberg getting tasered.
I would have rather seen a roll up than a backslide.
No. The only way the roll up works in a finish is if it's 1992 and you're in Wembley Stadium.
Wembley Stadium, really?
Because here's the thing. Whether it was a roll-up, whether it was a small package, whether it was a freaking backslide.
Know your history, Butters.
Either way, if it was any one of those three, that finish is the prototypical underdog beating the ultimate competitor type thing. Drew McIntyre is the champion. He's not the underdog. He's the bigger guy. He's not the underdog. Everything, it goes against the backslide.
Here's my question. Is he hurt?
Think
about it, though.
I mean, they did take him out this Monday.
No RKO. He gets taken out on Monday. He's not on the card tomorrow.
He may not be there Monday night. Or he could be there Monday night but not have a major... he may be possibly nursing a wound that they don't want to worsen. You know what? I could see that point.
Andy, I will take this theory and I will extend it by a few. Hear me out, okay? So this will be my second investigation of the night after the Mysterio one.
Which, by the way, you've been sent some articles.
Oh, dear. Okay, I'll check that in a moment. What if, there was an injury during the match? They have to say the match was supposed to go 30 minutes. And he says, why would he be hurt? He wrestled for 20 minutes. Well, hear me out, Grun. Hear me out. What if it's supposed to go 30 minutes? Okay. They end it very quickly. Then it's somewhat of an injury that's not going to be lengthy enough for him to pull a carrying cross. Sorry if that's a spoiler. And just really, just get the title out of there and give it to somebody else. It's something that's going to sideline him for a couple weeks, or at least through the next pay-per-view. And that causes them to call up Keith Lee, which they were already going to do, but put him in an immediate feud with Randy Orton. And it says, what is this? Ray was hurt at WrestleMania 35, and the match was about 2 minutes long. If it was 2 minutes with a backslide, I'd buy that. Not buying it. Rey Mysterio was hurt 2 weeks before that match, though.
But here's what I think. Here's what I think happened. Here's what I think happened. Okay, I like the notion that the match is supposed to go longer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what I think happened is that halfway through the match, something happens, and McIntyre is hurt or not feeling like he can go for a full 30 minutes. They call an audible. He gets checked out by medical staff. Medical staff says, "Huh, you're not wrestling for a while." They write him off of TV in the easiest way possible by getting kicked in the dome 3 times until they can better evaluate, because you don't want to pull a carrying cross and have to drop the title 4 days later.
I was going to say, because, I mean, he could have gotten in, he could have gone, like, y'all said, 20 minutes roughly and got injured near the last 5 minutes or so. Hence the backslide.
Undertaker, the concussion. Now, Undertaker kept wrestling, but Undertaker's a different caliber of star than Drew McIntyre is.
Yep.
Chrome adds in, I think they thought it was a brilliant idea to have Orton lose to a wrestling move, which was the exact opposite. I hope Chrome's saying that it was a dumbass move, because regardless of the reasoning, I think we can all agree that Randy losing to a backslide is the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, what we've just kind of illustrated the last 10 minutes is that any other scenario, whether it was an injury to either one of them, there has to be, maybe we're giving them too much credit, there has to be some logical reason why they would do that. Because...
No, not really. If it's Vince, there's no logic behind it.
And then we get back to that point, and I say, well, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with it.
WWE logic.
Something I ain't heard on this show in a while.
But Randy Orton, I don't hate it, right? That's what we got Monday night. That was the fallout from all of this. Keith Lee getting involved.
Hey, I mean, I like the fact that the big man's getting the big feud right away instead of just, starting off slow.
I love Keith Lee. Chrome says, I searched the net, not a single thing on the internet about a legit injury. My guess is we know by now. And he's got a point there. All legit injuries come out pretty quick. I think it was just dog shit booking. And again, he's got a point. We would have known by now.
Yep.
Vince McMahon booking.
Big enough, though. I think it's something they are concerned about. They have plans for him. And so they wrote him off of TV for a little bit.
It's something they don't have to come out with, like you say, it may not be big enough. It's something they don't have to come out and say, hey, they could be telling people.
Well, not even coming out and saying it, right? It'll get out regardless. It would have gotten out regardless. There is not a single thing that happens in the WWE for the most part medically that doesn't get out anymore.
Well, I mean, they could have kept it between Vince and the trainer and be done with, and said, hey, hush, hush, you're fired like they have been in the past. I mean, this is Vince we're talking about. He has ways to keep shit quiet if he really wants it quiet.
Yeah, he makes people disappear.
This is very true.
So, moving on, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt defeated Braun Strowman to become the Universal Champion in a Falls Count Anywhere match, which ended in the ring still. I hate that. Don't call it a Falls Count Anywhere match if the furthest you're going to go is Gorilla.
And it was literally the same. Wasn't it like the same finish or very, very similar to Gargano versus Ciampa?
Yes.
Like the same thing.
Like cut and paste.
Yes.
If you're going to have Falls Count Anywhere, at least do the pinfall in, like, say, the Firefly Funhouse. Fuck it.
That'd have been beautiful.
But hey, you can't have the wild ending in return you had if you didn't do it inside the ring, boys and girls.
And I get that, but they were only given 12 minutes.
Was that it?
That was it. It was a 12-minute match.
Jesus.
And then Roman comes back and destroys them both.
And what was the theme of the show? You'll never see it coming.
Well, yeah, no shit.
So, I mean, we never would saw Roman coming.
Well, and I was waiting the entire match. I think all of us were on Sunday for Retribution, Redemption, whatever the hell they're called. Waiting for them to show up.
Some people were also waiting for potential Otis to cash in because they were teasing Otis is at SummerSlam with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
I would have laughed so hard
because they did tease that. They teased that at one point on SummerSlam. You know,
had Otis have cashed in on the Fiend, I would have cried laughing. Oh, because there are certain people in this company that would have hated it.
Well, also, but you know, you got to think about it too. If Otis would have cashed in on the Fiend, that almost would be like, well, there goes the Fiend's credibility.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Pete thinks that Otis is cashing in tomorrow.
On who?
You really can't have him cash in on the Fiend because, like I said, there goes credibility. A downed Roman, maybe. A downed Strowman, maybe. But the Fiend, no. I almost see the Fiend retaining on Sunday.
Chrome says, I honestly would have preferred Orton get a DQ loss and beat the shit out of Drew after the match at SummerSlam. Come out at Raw, brag, and then have Keith Lee interrupt. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. You know, and to Pete's comment about Otis cashing in tomorrow, the only way I think that works is if Braun or the Fiend get the win. Who the hell has a train going by?
Is that Braun Strowman's entrance music?
No, that would be me. I have literally a train track across the road from the house.
Is Lord Tenzai / Albert / A Train there?
Choo choo.
Yep.
Oh my God, Brodo, I have a job for you.
Oh dear Jesus.
Great.
Yeah, I'll tell you after the show.
Oh, lovely. Great.
Just a week for next week.
The pain train is coming through, boys.
Yeah, now we're definitely doing it.
Oh God.
Okay, so but Roman shows
Something
up.
Tells me I'm gonna hate you for this.
100%. Roman shows up and destroys everybody afterwards, standing tall with the WWE Universal Championship. That was the surprise we were looking for, though. Like, we had kind of talked about it Saturday night on this show. We all were texting throughout SummerSlam in different groups and things like that. And we were all waiting for some kind of surprise to happen. That was it. That was the surprise. And I'm okay with that. Well, we definitely know it isn't the Ho train. Not going there. Deshaun,
what are you talking about? The Fiend can't get pinned. What happened with Goldberg? Did he not get pinned in that match? Did that match not happen?
Keep reading. If that happens, I honestly see Brie Ray's WWE after the Goldberg fiasco.
He literally stopped drinking. The way he stopped that.
Thank you, Deshaun. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sorry, I didn't read the full comment. I didn't read the full. Yeah, I know.
You're a new name here. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. Just for future reference, he's a moron and just doesn't read.
I mean, at least I'm not smacking myself with my keyboard anymore.
Been there, done that. We have footage. Hey, not that one. Or actually, that's okay. That one.
Not weird. That one. God, no! Get it off the screen.
Yeah, Ralph. Come on.
That wasn't Ralph, Ryan. Don't you do that to Ralph? All right. So other than that, SummerSlam wasn't a bad show. It was good.
Yeah, it was
right.
Fine.
We're nitpicking at this point. I think for their first show their first major show outside of the Performance Center,
I give it an 8 out of 10.
I'd probably go 7.
Yeah, I'll go 7.
I think you're being generous.
So we averaged it out about a 7.5 for the whole show between the three of us.
Sure.
Why not? Because we're doing Butters math today.
Oh, God, you make it way too easy. Pete says this is the second time WWE screwed the Fiend because he doesn't need to be anywhere near the Universal title. He doesn't need it. Say it a little louder for me, Pete. I 100% agree with Pete. I don't think he needs a title.
I agree.
They act like the face of the company actually needs a title when he doesn't.
That would mean the Fiend's the face of the company. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I feel like he should be the face of the company right now, but that's just me.
Is it because they actually sell his face?
I really didn't think about it, but it sounds kind of cool though.
Undertaker and Fiend tag team champs.
That wasn't
Never gonna happen.
That wasn't me.
No, I know. Ralph, you're an issue.
Ralph, we miss him too, but
Let's go to WWE Payback. Oh no, hold on. So Chrome says the Thunderdome really worked here. SummerSlam actually felt big, and man, did I miss the entrance ramp. Agreed. Big things to take away from this week in wrestling that we haven't talked about yet. As you know, Karrion Kross did drop the NXT World Title on Wednesday night. He will be out for an extended period of time with a shoulder injury,
and that sucks too.
But it gives us, for the first time ever, live from Full Sail University on WWE NXT Super Tuesday, a fatal four-way match for the WWE NXT World Title, and this will be contested in a 60-minute Iron Man match.
Have we ever had in any kind of Iron Man match where it isn't 1v1?
No, because if you listen to William Regal's announcement, he said for the first time ever.
Well, he said for the first time ever on NXT.
For the first time ever in history.
On NXT.
That was a new sentence. That was a new sentence.
He still said those words, which is why it confuzzled me, okay?
It doesn't take much. Grammar eludes you, doesn't it?
No, I just like making words up.
Brian, how you doing over there?
But can we take a moment though that even though he's on commentary, Barrett is back.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool.
But let's go over all right, we did that. It's going to be Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa versus Finn Balor.
Man, you got such all four of those great talent in that ring, and it's going to be such a hell of a match.
That's going to be a fantastic hour of wrestling. That needs to be no commercials.
You really think they could pull that off, though? I mean, you really think they could talk to, USA and be like, hey, no commercials for this match?
You were there for the gauntlet match where Kofi ran the gauntlet. That was no commercials.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they don't always like doing that. That's why I was like, can we, do you think they could pull it off and be like,
I agree with Mr. Rivera. I agree. Ciampa is coming out, champ. # Goldie is coming home.
I don't know. I have a strange feeling Gargano's getting it. I don't know why.
No 60-minute Iron Man match with the 4 NXT GOATs will ever make up for the 2 minutes of Scarlett on my television weekly. What a fucking loss to us all. It's called YouTube. Look her up.
Or as Greg says, Instagram.
Or maybe she has an OnlyFans. Who knows?
Oh, dear. Joey, say it louder. No, not that one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you.
Yeah. So I am now taking applications for a new co-host. Please email in this very ring on a2dradio@gmail.com.
There you go. You have a new one. Hi, Ralph.
He'd have to watch the product. He'd have to watch something that didn't involve the Lakers sucking.
Oh,
God.
See, I don't know if I would have done that because he has all capabilities to put whatever he wants on screen now.
You also have to be paying attention.
That's
why you got to poke the bear? Why you got to poke the bear?
Because Ralph knows at the end of the day I love him.
Fluffy love.
I make fun of those I care for. Chrome says, I got Finn.
I got to agree with Chrome on this one. I got Finn.
Pete says Ciampa or Balor. Candice LeRae will be involved again like TakeOver. I hope not.
I don't think she gets involved. With it being a fatal 4-way, I think she's going to end up getting slapped all the way back to the back. To the back.
You had such potential to do so well.
Ralph, I already put that comment on screen, Ralph.
He's making sure we saw it. So, in less than 24 hours, live from the WWE Thunderdome is WWE Payback. It is 1 week removed from SummerSlam with absolutely no buildup, and this could be a pretty good show.
You know, it's sad, you know, for a show that has minimal buildup, like you said.
Minimal?
It's looking a lot better than the Hell in a Cell buildup.
Let's just get into our predictions. There was no Universal Predictions ballot for this week. Chrome says, well, fuck. Butters the Green is like the kiss of death. I'm switching to Cole. Well, at least somebody picked Cole. But no, there will not be a Universal Predictions ballot for this week because, well, they didn't give me enough time, and they kept announcing matches up until a few hours ago. So it made no sense for me to make one and then having to keep adjusting it.
I mean, 7 matches ain't too bad.
No. But, like, there were some that were announced today, and I wasn't going to get into that.
We'll probably end up getting an extra match announced tomorrow.
Well, yeah, and something will get shifted to a pre-show.
I mean, heck, we may get, Sammy versus Jeff Hardy tomorrow for all we know.
No, that needs some more build-up.
You think so? I mean, they kind of pulled that, Punk John Cena thing right there at the end of,
that haluva kick to Jeff Hardy last night was fantastic.
Fantastic. I was just shocked at Sammy coming back. I thought that,
I loved it. I thought SmackDown outdid Raw this week.
Yep.
Shock value, storytelling, for overall matches, I think it just outdid it this week. So let's go right into it. Matt Riddle versus King Corbin. Why do we think Matt Riddle is going to win?
Because it's common sense, and literally, I feel like this is like the easiest match to predict by far.
The only way King Corbin wins this is with Shorty G interfering.
What's up with this Shorty G King Corbin thing? I get it's for the King's ransom and all that, but
that's literally it.
But could you have picked a more random human being to align themselves with King Corbin than Shorty G?
Well, they got to give the man something to do since he's one of the 10 people they got, being able to work SmackDown.
No, I understand that. It's just odd to me. That's all.
Hey, at least Shorty G's getting to do something.
Brodo?
Don't get me started. You know what I'm gonna do.
But what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go on my 100th rant about he's friggin' Chad Gable, not Shorty G, or what people are calling him now that he's a bad guy. They're calling him Naughty G. I've had enough.
Naughty G, huh? That sounds.
Tell me more.
I don't. It's
Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle via a backslide. Okay, there.
Big E versus Sheamus.
Why is this match happening? This match
is happening because Sheamus and Big E have a feud that started last week.
I thought. Oh, over the whole Retribution thing.
Yes.
So it's a rushed match that really was just thrown together. That's what you're saying?
Yeah,
like pay-per-view.
So okay, my prediction is going to be Riddick Moss wins via roll-up.
No, man, Big E's gonna win with a pancake. He's just gonna pull out a pancake out of his drawers and slap it on Sheamus, and the rest gonna count 1, 2, 3.
Which, by the way, I think Big E as a singles competitor should use a flapjack as his finish, just for shits and giggles.
But he won't be able to because I have Riddick Moss winning.
You're sticking with this Riddick Moss thing, aren't you?
I haven't used it since WrestleMania. Okay, I have to bring it up. Is he even still on the roster? Is Riddick Moss even still on the roster?
No, I don't think so.
He might be in friggin' AEW by this point. I don't even friggin' know.
Well, no
You know
one
what?
does, 'cause no
You know
one
what?
watches
You know what? Just for you, Brodo, I will look it up.
Thank you. See, now Butters has his own investigation.
And don't take Butters too long for an investigation.
Oh, God.
So, moving on, because I'm not touching that one.
Okay, so
Breathe,
apparently
Roto.
he is still currently on Raw because on the August 10th episode of Raw, he made his return to Raw Underground segment. So he is fighting in the Raw Underground.
Oh, great. That part of Raw that I fast forward through. Okay, great.
He defeated, as we say, he defeated Cal Bloom by knockout.
I'm happy for him.
God, I would have hoped you would have punched yourself in the face that time.
I love how the chat's like, no, Brodo, he's in Raw Underground. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Raymond and Chrome have your back, Brodo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keith Lee, Randy Orton.
Keith Lee.
This match makes no sense. It makes no because here's the thing, okay? If Randy Orton loses,
So it's little Jimmy wins by pinning R-Truth?
pardon me, what?
Leave the ha-ha to the professionals.
Hey,
I don't
we ain't
even know
sitting.
where that came from.
You don't know little Jimmy?
No, I know what little. Damn it, margarine. You're margarine for the rest of the night. Okay, you've done this to yourself. You're not Butters, you're margarine. Pretty soon you're going to go down all the way to the Acme brand. I can't believe it's not butter. I mean, it's going to go down.
You're not even like margarine. You're like the great value butter that they buy.
Made with like
Coconut.
like discount oat milk or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even no, don't even give me
Discount oat milk.
Yeah, like and a little bit of soy. You know what I'm saying?
Soy.
If Randy Orton loses, that's 2 straight weeks he loses to arguably the best character and superstar in the company right now after, 6 months of build-up of him destroying everybody and probably the guy who's going to be your next champion after Drew McIntyre. And Keith Lee, if he loses, he's like, oh, who's this guy with the generic music who lost in his first match? So, to me, it's very easy. It's Drew McIntyre interferes, and it's a disqualification.
Thank you, Joey.
So it's a lose-lose situation is what you're saying.
It is an automatic disqualification. That's what I'm saying. Yes, it is a lose-lose.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Ryan here. The only way out of this match and let everybody kind of, not lose any momentum is to have this be a disqualification with Drew McIntyre getting involved. Right, it looks like Randy's going to go for the punt on Keith, and this is where Drew's music hits, comes out, and claymores Randy in the next Tuesday.
What about maybe say a double disqualification somehow?
That could happen too.
To kind of save both of them. I mean,
like a double count out.
Double count out, or both of them trying to swing a steel chair at each other, and the rest fuck it, both of you disqualified. I don't see chairs
are rare to come by now, so I got my money on a double count out, if anything.
Any chance Retribution interferes?
No, not here.
Nah, I think if Retribution interfered, that'd be during the Big E Sheamus match.
The only time Retribution has interfered has been on SmackDown or when they showed up on Raw to attack the Mysterios.
Yep.
So that's why I think it's The Miz.
Oh. We went right there. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio versus Rollins and Murphy. I think the Mysterios get the win here.
Yeah, Murphy gets the win. Yep.
Murphy takes the loss, which sets up for Monday night.
Yep.
Apollo Crews versus Bobby Lashley for the United States title.
Bobby.
Yeah, it's going to be Lashley. Probably.
I think Apollo still wins here. I think Apollo's going to go through the entire Hurt business until Cedric Alexander turns on him and takes the title off him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can see it, but I just still feel like Bobby Lashley's got this one.
No, they're building up Apollo too much to have Bobby take the title from him now.
Well, they could have Bobby take it and Apollo, go through the hurt business getting it back. I mean,
no, because he's already gone through the hurt business. Think about it. He went through MVP. He went through Shelton Benjamin. Now he's going to go through Bobby.
Yeah, but Bobby's the big muscle of it, you know.
Ooh. Retribution shows up during the Lee Orton match with Dijakovic. It's revealed and sets up a main roster feud between Dijakovic and Lee.
I mean, they have
love it.
They have hell of a matches. Yeah. I mean, they have hella great matches together. So yeah,
book it.
I would. Whoo! I'd love to see it,
and especially because they have history. I mean, they don't have history obviously just because of the matches, but they were kind of like friends. You know what I'm saying? To where now it could be the big time shock. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I want that. It's not gonna. It's not gonna happen, but because it makes sense. But
that's what I say. It's Vince. If it makes sense, it don't fly.
Yep, very true.
Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. I think we're all in agreement here that it's going to be
Botch Fest.
It's going to be Baszler and Jax taking the titles off of the Golden role models.
Riddick Moss via backslide.
You're wrong.
I don't think I am.
If Riddick Moss ends up winning the women's tag team titles, I'll shave my beard live on the air.
It's Nia Jax sitting on top of Sasha and squashing her.
Wait. Put that comment back up. Put that comment back up. I saw you put it up and take it down, you cheeky bastard. Pete says, oh, Portland only down 8 to the Lakers heading into the fourth quarter. Don't try to hide that comment, Ralph.
See, I can't even get excited. I can't because that series is done. I can't. Can't even have my happiness.
Go Portland! Woo! I don't know. Don't hurt me, Ralph.
The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman for the WWE Universal Championship. I said we'd come back to it, and here we are.
I gotta go with Reigns. I don't know in this one. This one's so hard to pick and choose. It just. I mean, if I'm just gonna throw something out there, I'll go with the new and improved Brian Griffin. I mean, come on.
Who?
Thank you. I was gonna say the same.
Family Guy, Family Guy. When Brian Griffin got his teeth fixed, the big teeth.
Is that because Brian Griffin's a dog?
I'm talking about the teeth moment. Them teeth sticking out.
But is it because he's a dog and Roman's the big dog?
That could be that too.
Don't give him that much credit. See, now you're making the joke easy for him now.
Well, no, because he didn't just immediately go, yeah, absolutely. He's like, yeah, maybe, sure. So it just proves he didn't think any joke through at all.
I'm actually going to go with.
Hey, I thought myself through. Damn it! Come on now.
I'm actually going to go with. I'm going to go with the Fiend here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was. I don't know. I'm going with the Fiend, Andy. I'm going with the Fiend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with the Fiend. I'm just going to keep it like that. Keep moving.
Wow, I tried thinking about that.
I agree, Pete. I agree. That needs to be
priceless.
It needs to be trademarked. It needs to be trademarked.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a thing now. This is going to be a thing.
So who you picking there, Andy?
It's so difficult to sit there and really figure out because as we talked about earlier in the show, and again, guys, if you missed it, tomorrow check it out on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Speakers, Spotify, and anywhere you get your podcast needs. Also check out our replay on YouTube. God, I love cheap plugs. But Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, all three of these have something to lose. They all have something to gain.
Could we see like that triple pin / triple submission? Something where all three of them at once.
First of all, none of them do a submission move.
Okay, so some form of a triple pin then.
Do you understand what kind of synchronized swimming bullshit would have to happen to get a triple pin to happen?
Especially with a 7-foot something monster Roman Reigns with new teeth and a guy in a mask.
I mean,
remember how you said you thought things through?
Hey, hear me out. Here's how I think this through.
Shut your mouth. Allow me to present Exhibit A of why you're wrong.
Hey, you could go for a clothesline between the three of them. They're all down. Arms are all across each other. You got
Andy. Can I take this one? Butters / margarine / I can't believe it's not butter. Acme version. Okay.
By the way, Butters Acme is a grocery store up north.
Wait,
it's not something out of Looney Tunes, dude. There's no Acmes down here.
Oh, that's a convert. I mean, there's really no Acmes up here anymore.
Well, yeah, that too.
But died off. But anyway, that's semantics.
It's like saying Pathmark.
Oh, I know that. I get that reference. It would be easier to put Nia Jax, Rikishi, Greg, and Ralph in a smart car than it would be to choreograph the finish of the match that you were calling. Oh, and by the way, that smart car is painted pink and black with polka dots, and it has no wheels.
Why did it have to be Nia? Why can't it be Greg, Ralph, Wilson, and Pete?
You?
Or me?
No, I wanted to put a female in there. I wanted to, you know.
Yes, Joey, yes, you do.
Hey, yeah, because Ralphie could sit by his girl. He could talk to her all night long.
Him a favor. I mean, there's no chance they're getting in that car, but I mean, they can hang out outside. I mean, they can stand on the street. Because they're not. I mean, the car's not. I mean, the car's not going to be a car anymore if that happens.
They'd be like a fat man trying to fit in a Geo. Ain't happening, Captain.
Leave it to Butters to kill a joke.
We were having a good run there for about 20 seconds.
God bless.
Yeah, so that match isn't happening. Nor is that car situation.
Yeah, that finish isn't happening, bro. I love you to death. Right, I've been bragging on you all week, but
I was trying to come up with a way to just, like I said, a triple pinfall somehow. But I mean, I get it. I get where you're coming from. It was just a thought I would throw out there.
You know what I love? I've been bragging on Butters all week long to different people, talking about this show and everything, because I've been excited to get the new equipment and this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, Butters has really grown since, almost a year ago when he started doing the show with me. And then all night tonight,
this is Andy.
Said some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Andy.
And I've watched. Never mind. No, I'm not even going to make that reference. No.
Yeah, no. I know where you're going. Enough. I know exactly where you're going. God. Enough. Andy, I mean, we have to be transparent here. The way the night got started off before we even went live, when we came into the event and we found Butters just here,
passed out.
I mean, for the fam at home, just picture you looking at Butters' screen and hearing this.
Did you fucking record me?
Yes, he did.
God.
You had to have known that was coming. But no, here's the creepier thing.
He was friggin' passed out in here.
I have my headset on, but my screen's not on the StreamYard. I'm doing something else, trying to get all this stuff squared away. And all I hear, it's like Darth Vader on a respirator.
Well, you know what's funny, Andy? It's funny you say that because I joined the stream and I'm sitting here in the background. I'm getting everything set, and I hear the breathing, and the first thing I think of is, "Oh, Butters is watching Star Wars." And then it just kept going, and I'm like, "Wait a second! I don't remember the Darth Vader scene being that long. What is this?"
Well, to be honest, I thought it was Ralph just screwing with me. Right, because it didn't have a picture. No, and Butters has never jumped in with no picture. Right, Butters always jumps in with the camera on.
Yeah, well, I had jumped in. I turned the picture off because I was eating.
You were going night.
Well, no. I was actually eating it first. And then when I was done, I was just sitting here waiting on y'all, and I guess I passed out. Because I think I entered on the stream probably about an hour before we went on. Just to make sure I was set up and ready to go.
Oh, you were set up. Yeah, you were right.
So that you could take a nap. So now it's all come full circle. Butters wanted to get himself, because I talked to Butters at like 7:30 local time, right? It's 10:31 right now. And I was like, yeah, we're going to try to go on a little early maybe, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to do a super long show. And then I had to go back to work. So that was 7:30. So what that tells me is he's like, all right, I can go home. I can shower, get comfortable, get in the chair, turn the stream on because we've already have the link. And then I can take a nap until they get in there. And then lo and behold, we all show up and Butters is still asleep.
Well, I also didn't realize my mic was on either. I would have,
Frodo.
I'm not saying it. That's why I said
Frodo. I'm not saying it on the air either, but God, man.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
What did I miss?
Lots of things. Don't worry about it.
Loaded.
But either way, guys, tomorrow night is Payback live from the WWE Thunderdome at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. We got no.
Hey, you passed. You did it. You did something that Chucks couldn't do on Tuesday.
There it is. There's the moment I've been waiting for. But no, seriously, guys. Payback is tomorrow night live on the WWE Network. Make sure you're checking out the In This Very Ring page for live updates, live reactions, and news throughout the week. Also, check out the Lazy Booking page for reactions and updates throughout the week. HUD Radio's always got content going out every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because certain people on this stream don't ever sleep. Frodo.
What? I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
But, guys, as sports come back, Peterson. Wrong show, screaming guy. Wrong show.
What the hell is going on?
This is what happens on a Saturday night. Fun show, fellas. Have a great night. Thank you, Chrome. Have a good one, buddy. But no, we're going to get out of here. Make sure you guys check out Agree to Disagree tomorrow. Sport Towns on Monday. Birds of a Feather on Tuesday. The Fix in the PM, he says, with a question mark on Wednesday.
Yep, Eagles preview show. Yes, sir.
Lazy Booking on Thursday. Hockey Happy Hour on Thursday. God, those guys are going to be pissed. On the road to victory on Friday. Kicking it stateside Saturday morning. Weekly roundup Saturday afternoon. And wrapping it up with your Payback recap in this very ring right here next week on HUD Radio. Love you too, Pete. Thank you for hanging out with us. Guys, all of you that were in our chat, thank you for hanging out. Brodo, we appreciate you making your special appearance. We'll see you in about 6 months.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
Butters, as always, brother, great show. Guys, we're going to get out of here. I'm Rich. That's Butters. That's Brodo. We thank Ralphie in the background for the ones and twos, and we will see you on the other side of WWE Payback live from the Thunderdome. Enjoy the week, boys and girls.
Avalanche.